Good morning. Happy Thursday. We are nearing the very end of our study of the book of Hebrews, our month-long reflection on this great magisterial work in the New Testament. And yesterday left you with the question, are you leaning into the grace of Christ, and are you willing to be disgraced for Christ? I continue to think that's a significant point. We live in a culture that has some growing hostility towards people of faith. It used to be that even those that didn't go to church appreciated churches. Now churches are sometimes being deemed as the enemy, and people live in some fear of being canceled or something else. We give remarkably too much power to people we don't even know. Their opinion of us matters to us in ways that it should not. But today we come close to the end here. I'm going to read Hebrews chapter 13, verses 17 through 19. Obey your leaders and submit to them, since they keep watch over your souls as those who will give an account, so that they can do this with joy and not with grief, for that would be unprofitable for you. Pray for us, for we are convinced that we have a clear conscience. Pray for us, for we are convinced that we have a clear conscience, wanting to conduct ourselves honorably in everything, and I urge you all the more to pray that I may be restored to you very soon. So this passage, the last couple verses here, we'll finish this tomorrow, but the last few verses here before sort of the sign-off is a reflection on leaders, and it raises questions of what can we expect of those that are leading us, especially in this spiritual context, and what can leaders expect from those that they're serving. So a little awkward as a pastor to talk about this, but it's also awkward because as Americans, we really, we are so radically independent. There is an individualism, again, that's common to us. It's what we know, but it doesn't get reflected in the New Testament. Even here, you see the use of plural pronouns. Pray for us. The writer is always sort of with other people and thinking in that sort of collective sense that is, again, it's not the way Americans think. I remember, a couple decades ago, but being surprised to realize that the Lord's Prayer that I had learned as a little kid was not "My Father who art in heaven," but "Our Father." Right? That even in this act of prayer, it was I had to identify with a community of people. And lots of times in the New Testament, we miss the fact because our plural pronoun, you, could be, one person or it could be a bunch of people. We miss the fact that a whole lot of these times it's plural, and we are being viewed as part of a collection of people, as a church or as a family or something else. So Americans, and there's so much being written about this right now over the last 5-10 years. I just referenced in the Friday update a little while ago that Robert Putnam, the Harvard sociologist who wrote Bowling Alone, talking about how often Americans are alone and the breakdown of civic culture, has come out with a new book talking about our desperate need for each other and other things. But the Bible doesn't shy away from this. It talks about leaders and other things, and there's a subpoint here about people needing to use their gifts. But here's just a couple things to think about. What can you expect from a leader? What should you expect from a leader? First of all, humility. So the writer of this letter has basically not mentioned themselves until the end. And when they mention themselves, what they say is, pray for me, right? Pray for us, pray for me. Pray that I can come and see you again. It's a very, it's a pretty humble request. And I think that there is obviously also a need that we see in leaders that they understand their dependence on God. So this person is asking for prayer, that they can, that they can finish well, and there's some recognition here that this person has accountability. They keep watch over your souls as those who will give an account. That's always a scary thing for a pastor to hear. that will give an account for those people. I think also there should be some ability to know that they're looking out for our best interest spiritually. And then what can a leader expect from those they're serving? Well, according to this passage, it would be prayer, it would be ongoing service, reciprocal service, and it would be encouragement. So tomorrow we will finish our study of Hebrews.